Hello, I'm Christy, and this is Positive Exploration. I thought I would do something a little different from vlogging. I'm doing a lot of moving vlogs and things like that, so I thought I would talk a little bit about what's going on with the health issues that I've brought up this year and last year since my hysterectomy. It's been a year since my hysterectomy and things are going great. There aren't any more lesions that they've found so far in follow-up checks or anything. It does scare me a little bit, the idea that, you know, I can still get these lesions and they can turn into something, and you know, it's I don't know whether it's easier or harder for them to notice now. There's not a cervix or anything there. The last one was on the outside, visible just right there, near my urethra. So, I mean, at least that one was caught. But it does scare me, like, what if there's something inside and they check but they don't see it, and how do they, you know, because it's just a visual check. It's not a scrape or, you know, any kind of lab test with it. It's just a visual. And so that does scare me. But maybe, I don't know. Hopefully nothing else happens. But I don't have that kind of hope, because this HPV virus strain that I have that causes cervical cancer it's just so aggressive. I mean, I'm 52 now. This started when I was 27, I think, something, or 25. I can't remember now, but I was in my mid-20s somewhere, and it hasn't. I thought, you know, after the first surgery I had, the first leap I had, that I wasn't going to have a problem ever again. And that wasn't the case. 10 years later, they started showing up again. And they tried freezing the lesions off twice, 2 different sessions of that. And it was excruciating. And you don't get anesthetic for a biopsy. And it's miserable doing that. You have to, because, you know, especially when part of your cervix is already gone, I think, because it's deeper inside of you, that when they do a biopsy, it's worse after having a leap. Because I don't remember my first biopsy. That I think there was pain, but it wasn't like, I don't remember having to sit in the office for as long and recuperate in the doctor's office. The last 2 times I had to get the biopsy, it was like that. I had to recuperate. So I still have that fear, but it's at the same time, I mean, it's this back of my mind fear, right? I can't I can't go around worrying about it all the time, and it's what do you do? But as far as the hysterectomy last year, the hysterectomy went extremely smoothly. Recovery was a snap. Like, I didn't have issues. And I got the laser surgery, the hysterectomy, where they just do 3 holes into your abdomen area and pull out the uterus. I got a full hysterectomy, the ovaries, everything, because I was starting menopause anyway. At least I started having hot flashes when I was 50, and I had the surgery when I was 51, so I was on my way. And had already been through years of perimenopause. Obviously, I think that looking back, I think that I should have gotten on some kind of hormones back then or something, because I just was so teary-eyed and so just cried about everything. I think I also had anxiety as well, and so it was compounded. And my doctors didn't right away go to just straight to hormones as my problem. And even though she was an OBGYN, she said, well, we'll get you some Lexapro. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I was kind of expecting it to go the hormone route. But it didn't. It went to the Lexapro amount, which it did help. It did help. But now that I've finally, a year after my hysterectomy, I've finally started taking estrogen, both a cream and a patch. I don't know how else to describe it other than, it's just like cotton removed from my eyes. I mean, it's like I'm so much clearer. My mind, not saying that I remember things well or anything, but there's a less fogginess, and I'm more alert. Like before, I just kind of, even though my eyes probably weren't doing this, it felt like they were doing this, like all the time, like kind of half asleep look. I knew I didn't actually look that way, but it's how it felt. And now I feel awake. I feel awake. I wish I had done this years ago. But I don't know about you, but I'm not real, especially when I really don't know what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to be like, hey doc, this is what I need, because I didn't know. I heard that estrogen was supposed to help with things, but I wasn't sure. Also, I'm taking thyroid medicine. I've been taking thyroid medicine for 1.5 years, and this year my dosage was upped twice. And I'm finally on my thyroid. I'm where I'm supposed to be. Maybe the estrogen is helping as well, because my OBGYN who gave me the estrogen said that sometimes she prescribes thyroid medicine with estrogen. So I'm hoping, because it is frustrating to do all the things you think you need to do, and there's no change, and the scale just keeps going up and up and up. And now I'm to a point where it's stable. It's not continuing to rise. Now the thing that I'm going to be dealing with, I'm going to work more on taking care of my gums. I had gum grafting on the bottom and the top, In the front, I'm working on taking care of those things, so I don't have to go through that anymore. I've had 3 gum graftings, and I don't want to do any more. 3 gum graftings in the last 5-6 years. My dentist still wants me to get my jaw moved up. That's a long-term thing. That's a long-term plan if I do it. I think that, and I might get a second opinion before doing it, just to make sure, because this is the only person who has, not that, maybe they're completely right. Maybe other people didn't suggest it because they either didn't know or weren't as good or figured whatever, but I might get a second opinion before doing it, and it's going to be a while. I want to be in a situation where someone else can be around to take care of me. You've had hysterectomies. Have you tried estrogen? Did you have good experiences or not? Everybody's different. Hysterectomies, I don't think, are what they used to be, which is what I was getting ready to say earlier. What I'm hoping for, like the hysterectomy, the laser deal, I'm hoping for more breakthroughs in medicine that deal with this, so that maybe there's a better way to spot it or to get rid of it. I know it's a virus, so I don't know how you would get rid of it. Yes, there's a vaccine, but it's too late for me to get a vaccine. A vaccine would do me no good. So I don't know, but, whatever works, whatever improvements can be made in this medical world, and maybe there's something else I can do for my jaw in the future as well. That is all I have for now. Please share, if you wish, your comments, your experiences, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.